Hi everyone, I am Tanmay Shelar and this is Team 11. With me are Arvind, Dikshant and Dipanshu. We built Clinavis, an AI-powered EHR summarization platform. Dipanshu, if you could move on to the next slide. Yes. This project is personal. When I was hospitalized, I was handed a discharge summary that read like a research paper. I had no idea what half of it meant. Doctors usually spend 34 to 55% of their workday on documentation. Nurses context switch across hundreds of pages every shift. Patients get jargon they can't act on. The core problem, everyone reads the same record for completely different reasons, but no system adapts to who's reading. Clinavis fixes this. A doctor uploads a note once, our RAG pipeline chunks, embeds, and stores it. From the single upload, the doctor gets a SOAP style summary, clinical summary in a sense. The nurse gets a shift brief with medications and tasks. The patient gets plain language they can actually understand. They can also chat with a health assistant grounded in their actual note. I'll now hand it to Arvind for the architecture.
Thanks, Tanmay. I'm Arvind, and I'm here to explain about the system architecture and design decisions. So here are four layers. Front end has React 19 white and Tailwind deployed on Vercel. Each role gets a completely different dashboard. Backend has fast API on Railway, Dockerized with JWT based RBAC. Roles are always read from JWT claims server side, never from the client. Data layer are Supabase PostgreSQL with PG Vector, 384-dimensional embedding, HNSW index for fast nearest neighbor search. CI/CD are GitHub Actions with 178 backend tests and 18 front-end tests auto-deployed on Green. Three AI techniques are the first one would be RAG, SOAP-aware chunking, tags every chunk by section type. Mini LM embeds it into PG vector, and each role sends a different seed query at retrieval time. A doctor queries clinical assignment plan diagnosis. A nurse queries medication treatment vitals that shapes retrieval before generation even starts. Second, a provider agnostic LLM wrapper. One interface swap between Grok, Anthropic, and OpenAI with one ENV variable. Third, role-weighted re-ranking. After retrieval, chunks are rescored by SOAP section, relevance to the role. Doctors get assignment and plan weighted highest. Nurses get medication and objectives. We benchmark this against no re-ranking baseline and role appropriate selection measurably improved. Now over to Dikshant for the code. Thank you.
S- Thank you, Arvind. Dipanshu, can you switch the screen to code? Hello, everyone. I am Dikshant, and I'm a full stack developer for this project. And I'll show only the key codes as of now. So, Dipanshu, can you just go to chunking.py, please? So we detect like a SOAP header with regex, and then split there and tag the chunkings with its section underscore type. You can find this in the code. And then the tag travels all the way into PG vector and is like used as a retrieval. Without this, you get like a general text split and with no clinical awareness. So moving on to re-ranking. Dipanshu, can you click on re-ranking.py, please? So here, this is re-ranking.py. After PG vector returns all the top 10 chunks, this is like a rescoring then, like it rescores them. And the formula we used here for rescoring is around like zero point 0.7 into like re-ranking underscore score, and then plus 3.03, sorry, 0 0.3 into similarity. So this is the formula. With this, the role to section priority is built in, and we also have like a pass-through mode, no re-ranking, and we used as like for our evaluation baseline. And now moving on to llm.py, Deepanshu, can you click on llm.py, please? So here we have like one complete function, and then the branch internally, like by an LLM underscore provider. Each branch handles like retries, token tracking, and error handling. There's like also a mock mode determining like a response in CI, which is how like our test suite 178 test run without ever hitting like a live API. So this is we use that, and then we have like debs.py. Please, can you open that? So here we get like a current user and get Supabase. So we are using this like an injection like via an fast API. In our test, we override both the dependencies and then zero live Supabase calls, and like it is very clean. So it is very clean and testable. So this is like a short overview of our AI system as of now. So over to Dipanshu for live demo.
Hello everyone, my name is Dipanshu Saxena, and now I'll be showing you the product that we have built and everyone talked about right now. We have the hosted version of our front end on Vercel, and the back end is deployed on Railway. I'll just be moving on to the application. So this is our landing page where we have the authentication setup for sign in. We have four dashboards. Currently, I'll be signing in as an admin. So admin is basically for any hospital or entity who they are managing our application. So this is the admin dashboard where they can see the system overview, which gives the data of how many patients are there, how many doctors, nurses, and how many active patients are there. So the role of admin page is over here is to basically manage all the users and create new users. No individual is basically allowed to create a account by themselves. It has to go through admin. So this is our template where we take the name, email, password, and the role is assigned as per the account needs. So we have doctor, nurse, and patient. For patient, we have a few extra details that are entered, basically where they are admitted to and everything. So this basically shows the database that we have all the current accounts over here. Then we also have like for the patient management. So if we want to manage all the patients, so currently like if we click on one of the patients, so we can see the complete detail. There are details over here, general details, and how many doctors they are being assigned, which all doctors, and then which all nurses they have been assigned. So the admin can basically assign the doctor over here. We have the list of all the doctors, and one of them can be assigned. So that's something by the admin, and similarly for the nurse, that's the job of admin to basically manage all the patients and nurses. So similarly, if I take a nurse profile, it shows that how many patients are assigned to them, okay, which and what is their workload analysis, and we can just directly assign a patient from here to the nurse. So that was the admin dashboard. I will quickly move to another dashboard that is of doctor. So for doctor, the dashboard looks something like this, where they have like all the assigned patients. The list is over here, and if we select any one of the patients, so it generates the data. And now what we were talking about, our AI some tool that basically does over here, it's a summary. It's a summary of all the notes that have been uploaded by the doctor for this patient. It generates a basic summary for the doctor to go through easily. They can schedule any appointment for the doctor over here. Simple details on the date and time and confirm appointment will show the appointment for the particular patient at their dashboard. And since this is a real-time application, the doctor has a functionality to basically add the notes after their visit. So we are using the SOAP format for notes as mentioned earlier. So we have the subjective objective assessment plan. This is the format template, and then we have the type of notes that can be uploaded, and then we also have basically this is a upcoming feature, like for the future scope, that they can also upload any files instead of writing the notes. So that is something for the doctor. And I will now be moving on to the nurse dashboard. So the nurse dashboard looks something like this, where they have all their assigned patients, whichever they are assigned. Now this shift notes live session is something that will be an like a future scope functionality. We have a version of it deployed, which is basically for each patient. But the upcoming functionality will allow all the nurses to basically interact in real time and basically give any updates which are needed. Then we have the shift roadmap for each nurse and what is their upcoming tasks. And over here is the section to basically like tell any urgent flags that needs to be taken care of. And for nurses, our AI tool is basically doing the same thing, generating a summary, but in even more plain language, basically focusing on the medications and the tasks that the nurses need to take care of, with all their tasks lined up over here. And this is the shift node that I was telling. So over here, we can raise a flag if there is a critical condition to any patient. We can just write the notes over here, simple notes, which will be basically highlighted regarding what all needs to be done. So that is something. And we can just if a nurse has taken care of some issue, they can directly resolve it from here. So that is something that, for the nurse dashboard, they can directly visit the patient from their roadmap as well. Let me move to the last dashboard, which is for patient. So these are some IDs that we generated for testing and for demo purposes. Now this over here directly generates the summary. It's in a very plain language that can be understood by anyone. Our rack pipeline is doing this for any person who can understand the summary in simple notes. Their medications, basically what are they taking, all their doctor's appointments which have been lined up, and which all doctors are consulting them. So over here we have the list, and if a patient needs to talk to them about something, so they can just directly send a message from here, and it will be shown to the doctor on their dashboard. Over here we have a chatbot LLM functionality, which will help the patients to basically answer any of their queries regarding their health status right now. So if I basically ask the chatbot that explain my medications, it will give you a summary that what all is going on, what all medications are you doing. And similarly, like if I ask any other question, what are my next steps, so it will tell you like what all the notes have suggested. All of this is based on the notes from the doctor, so they can read it over here. And I will just quickly move to the doctor dashboard again. So the message that was sent just now by the testing patient, it is flagged over here for the doctor, and they can see it in the messages. Okay, so they can accordingly schedule the appointment or something. Records is something. So these are lab reports, which is for the future scope, we will be displaying the lab records as well, and the clinical timeline. So this was basically our product that we have built, and that was our presentation. So we have gone through, we have the evaluation results and metrics, all the code base that Dikshan walked through. Then We had the live demo just now, and we have all the repository documentation and code quality that Arvind and Dikshan talked about. So these are the lessons learned, and we have some future improvements as I just showed in the demo. And that's our demo for Clinavis. Thank you.